Good afternoon. This is Natalie Matthew from the MST AMS office at North Garland High School. This is usually a meeting we do in person at the beginning of the year, but with COVID, we had to update our guidelines and change a few policies. And so we've updated that handbook, and now we're putting it on the Google form and the Google Classroom for you to view. And at the end of this, you will have a way to sign your handbook and turn that in. Okay, just to let you know, my office hours are from 7:15 to 3:15 daily. My email is on the screen, nematthew@garlandisd.net, and there's the school phone number, and my extension is 61027. My office is now located across from the main office in the old data clerk office. It's right by the stage side entrance. If you ever need to come see me in person, just email me to make an appointment. You can contact me for magnet program questions, endorsement questions, application information, or grade probations, or anything related to the magnet program here at North. I'll be happy to help you. Just make sure you contact me for an appointment before you show up in person, because I could be meeting with other students or other adults, and so you want to make sure you come down at a time where I'm available. Okay, if you have not joined your MST or AMS Google Class code yet, please do so. Here's the code for 9th and 10th grade. You should already have been invited to those classrooms, so if you're not in it, please type in the code and you can join. Here are the codes for 11 and 12. Again, if you're already here for MST as an 11th or 12th grader, you're probably already in the code. Just make sure you're still in the classroom. Okay, we hopefully will be switching to Canvas soon with the rest of the school. It's just taken more of a process since we have so many current MST students already in Google Classroom. This is the easiest platform we have for right now to reach you. Okay, here's the handbook. This year it is online, so if you click this link, you'll have access to the MST handbook. Okay, just a few changes we're going to go through. Okay, MST course requirements every year. You will have an honors or AP math, an honors or AP science, and one of your career endorsement classes. That's your T part of the MST. Okay, just a reminder, English and social studies can be AP or honors. That's up to you. You must maintain a 70 or above in all classes. Okay, AMS course requirements are pretty much the same. An AMS level math or credit each year, honors or AP science credit each year, but you will double up your sophomore year. English and social studies again can be AP or unlevel. That is up to you. Okay, MST student requirements. Okay, this is if you're MST and AMS or just MST only. Okay, you do have to compete in Steamposium for freshmen and sophomores. That is every year you will attend a North Garland Steamposium event. This year it'll be in January, and it'll be a combination of face-to-face and virtual. Okay, you'll be seeing more information come out through your biology and your chemistry teachers. Also, every year you have 25 hours of community service. That's due in April at the end of the year. And start working on your senior portfolio. Okay, every year everybody should be working on their senior portfolio. Okay, juniors, once you become a junior, you will compete in academic competition. This can be through HOSA, this can be through Skills USA for engineering. The list is endless, and you'll have a chance to look at that list later and sign up for that if you haven't already. Okay, again, work on your senior portfolio every year. By the time you're a senior, you are going to have a capstone course for your career pathway, another academic competition, and then you're going to be finishing up your senior portfolio to present to the board as your exit interview. This can also be used for scholarship applications. Okay, we're going to go over some of the highlights. The biggest question we get is community service. Okay, every year you do 25 hours of community service. That's once for your freshman year, your sophomore year, and your junior year. So by the time you become a senior MST student, you should have a total of 75. Now, if you started MST a year late, for example, let's say you started as a sophomore, then you would only have 50 hours due by the time you're a senior. Okay, normally you would turn in these forms for community service to my office on paper signed by your sponsor. We still have that option. However, you can now do it online. Okay, so if you go back to the slideshow, we'll have a spot for that as well. Okay, so if you go here, community service hours, there will be a Google form where you could put in your community service hours, and then it'll email your sponsor, and then it'll verify that, and then we'll get the hours. Okay, go back to our handbook. Okay, COVID update. You still need to complete your service hours each year, but we have to make some changes. If you're still a remote learner or uncomfortable going in public, you can do virtual community service hours. Just look for opportunities on websites like justserve.org, or look around at local church, school, and community information. You can do some hours at home if it's beyond your normal household chores that you would normally do. Okay, and then you just turn in those hours by the April every year. Okay. Endorsement and MST technology pathways. Okay, you have to follow your pathway. For example, you may be a STEM business pathway, but then you have the courses listed under there in the areas of engineering, medical, biomedical, telecommunications, architecture, engineering, etc. Okay, so once we have that decided, you have to follow those courses in your pathway, and your counselor will sit with you at the end of each, starting about now, they meet with juniors to schedule your pathway for next year. Okay, if you ever need to email me for a pathway change, you can do that the first week of school. But when you also meet with your counselor for the next year, you'll have that opportunity to change your pathway as well. Okay, here's some more information about the Steamposium event for freshmen and sophomores. Okay, this will be held in January. And then the winners from the January North Gala event will be invited to compete in District Steamposium in April of each year. Okay. COVID update, the school district will have its event virtually. North Garland will likely be a combination of virtual and face-to-face. More details will be coming out soon. For competition for juniors and seniors, you should meet with your current club sponsors and MST endorsement teachers to find an appropriate competition. Okay, attached to this is a competition list. If you haven't signed up already, you can still sign up and turn in your form. Usually it's due in October. We're extenuating the due date a little bit, so you'll have time to get that turned in. Most of you have already decided where you're going to compete. A lot of you are already in HOSA, so that's already been taken care of through HOSA. Okay. Some more information on your portfolio, MST Student Association. Okay, Code of Ethics. This is very important that you read over with your family. Okay, it's just telling you the requirements of the magnet program. You're going to complete the curriculum for the program and pass all your classes. If you fail any of your classes, you will be put on probation, and that's if you make something less than a 70. Okay, and remember, cycles are now per semester. There's only 2 cycles instead of 3, so your cycles are counting more for your grade. So it's very important that you keep your grades up. Okay, you have to comply with all school rules, dress code. Okay, cheating and plagiarism, I want to highlight this. This is not tolerated at North. If you were at college and you cheated, you would be kicked out of your college. Okay, if that happens here, this is the consequence chart. Depending on what level that you completed academic dishonesty is going to depend on your consequence. Okay, so you will possibly have to redo the assignment, and until you do redo that assignment, you're going to lose points off of it or have a 0. Okay, you will also be placed on probation immediately, and if you were to commit another act of academic dishonesty, you could possibly lose your spot in the MST program. Okay, below is the MST AMS contract. Okay, just be aware that AMS requirements are up here as far as class courses. If you are AMS only, you are not required to do the community service. Okay, but if you're both AMS and MST, you do need to turn in community service at the end of each year. You can either print this form and sign and date it and bring it to my office, or you can sign that handbook by clicking on this Google form here on this slideshow. Okay, so by clicking this form, that will act as your handbook signature, and you will also receive a copy of that. Okay, competition declaration. Like I said, 9th and 10th graders, you will participate in a North Garland Steamposium for Cycle 3 project grade. Those topics will be sent to you via your biology and chemistry teacher, and those signups will also be sent through Google Classroom. Please make sure you are in Google Classroom. Okay. If you would like a printable list of competitions, you can click this link right here. These are all your choices, the sponsors, and their email. You must first contact them to sign up for their group so they know you are competing. And once you contact them and let them know you would like to compete for UIL, etc., maybe you're going to do UIL, maybe you're going to do engineering, Cyber Patriot. Okay, once you email them and confirm that you are signed up for that academic competition, okay, you can either print and have them sign this form, or you may also click this electronic declaration form. Okay, this will bring you to a Google form, and you can fill this out electronically, and it'll email your teacher. You just have to pick your competition, you have to pick your sponsor name, pick their email, and then they will get an email to approve and basically sign that request. Okay? Again, community service hours, you need to have a total of 75 by your senior year. That's 25 per year until you are a senior. Okay, you can document that with a paper form. It looks like this. You can print this out. You can come by the office for a copy, or for every event that you do with community service hours, you can click on this Google form. This is new this year. You're going to fill this out with your name, your ID, grade level, the date you did the activity, a description of the event, how many hours you worked. You need to put in your supervisor phone number and email, and make sure that email is correct because it's going to go to them for approval. Once they click approve, you get a copy of, you'll receive a copy of your answers, but we also get a copy of those approved hours, and we keep that in documentation, okay? For if we have anything we need to look up, we can look that up for you, okay? So again, if you need anything, here's my information. If you need to contact me, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always available by email, or you can leave a message at my extension. Have a great day.